Sunday matinee basketball here in the Valley. The UCLA Bruins, their final two games against the Matadors this season. They come in to play today 6-0. Actually, yes, 6-0 in conference play as they look to stay undefeated, 12-0 overall. They beat CSUN A team last night by 11 points and by 3 points in the two games. For the CSUN Black squad, they're coming off two losses against the USC Trojans, 1-7 in conference play today. The CSUN Black team looks to get back underway. They need to get a huge win, and a win taking on the Bruins and the #1 team in the nation would be huge. We're going to take a quick step aside. When we come back, tip off for game number 1 here at the SRC on the MSN YouTube channel. So welcome back to the SRC. The Matadors short bench today. They only have 5. Elijah Perkins, Ethan Mubito, RJ Drew, Andy Ibanez, and Nathan Liu. As Perkins going to lose the tip, McCloskey will recover this one. Back over to Yamaki, Cody Yamaki on the starting Ethan McCloskey, Johnny Garnett, Jordan Huigben. As Garnett going to use the back, get the first 2 points of the game today. So 2 points for the Bruins as they have opened the scoring here. Grant Boydell as well on the starting floor. Perkins, the long range, let's fly. Doesn't fall. Yamaki gets the rebound back over to McCloskey. Huigben pulls it from the corner in and out of the cylinder. No good. RJ Drew with the rebound there. That's a name you're going to be hearing a lot of. The Matadors only have 5 on the bench, only have 5 on the floor. No bench today. Everyone's playing all 80 minutes. A back-to-back doubleheader today here at the SRC, especially against the #1 team in the country. And for CSUN, they need to find something to do, something good here as Huigben going to make a nice little move through traffic, unable to net the basket as Drew will go out of bounds. And the ball will stay with the Bruins. So Huigben going to get this over to Yamaki. Yamaki out to Huigben. Huigben out to Garnett. Inside the paint, beyond the arc for 3. He'll get fouled. So Mubito take his first foul, CSUN's first team foul of the day, and Huigben will go to the line. He'll get 3 since he was beyond the arc. First one will fall for him. Yesterday in game 2, 5 for 6, and in game 1, he was 1 for 1. So 6 for 7 yesterday. As of now, he's 8 for 9. And this could get out of hand quickly for the Matadors, as that one will fall once more for the #1 team in the nation, UCLA, 2023 and 2025 champion. Perkins lets fly from range. Ibanez with the rebound. That one will get knocked loose as Yamaki comes through. The lob pass for Garnett doesn't fall, but a good idea there on the play. Back out to McCloskey. That one will miss. Garnett with the putback as he'll put this one in. And a quick start for the Bruins here today. As RJ Drew going to get fouled on the charge to the basket. And the Matadors will go to the line. So first team foul for the Bruins as Drew will sink his first free throw. And the Matadors get their first points on the board today. 7-1 game. And Drew will sink both, so 7-2. Matadors on the board officially. Yamaki skies this one over to McCloskey, who pulls the trigger. No good. Hits off the front of the cylinder. Garnett hits off the back. Will miss again. Mubito with the rebound. Good rebound for him. I actually talked with him a little bit before the game today. He's not feeling 100% today. A little bit of an illness that he came down. Said he was fine enough to play, as Abanya is going to get stuffed by Garnett. Coming down with Boydell, who'll get the finger roll. That one falls for another 2. And looking to be an early bloodbath as RJ Drew pulls the trigger from deep. No good. Huigman comes back down to Yamaki, unable to cleanly field that one. So it'll go out, and we'll get a restart of play. It'll go the other way. 9-2 here in the early stages of the game. Ibanez driving through at the line. Looking around, back up to Drew. Brings this one back. Back over to Lou. A great outlet pass there as he finds Lou under the basket. The Matadors get another 2 points. As Cody Yamaki back out to Johnny Garnett, who will get fouled, but the bump in the basket. We drew Ibanez, who will get the 2. Garnett already up to 6 points, looking to make it 7 off the free throw. The and 1 will not fall for him. Rebound will be recovered. Back out to Yamaki. Boydell thought about the corner. Skies this one over to Hugman. Catch and pass back over to Yamaki, who drives through the paint. Floater falls for him, so he gets his first 2 points. And UCLA, the Bruins, sharing the wealth here as everyone is getting points on the floor. RJ Drew holding this one. Back over along the sideline, drives through. Perkins pulls the trigger from the corner, but that one won't fall. Long stretch pass for Huigman, keeps this one. Doesn't keep it in bounds. I thought he had it beautiful behind the back pass, but won't fall. As it'll be Matadors ball once more. Down by 7 in the first half. A little bit more, actually, as the floater from Lou doesn't fall. Long range 2. As Boydell pulls the trigger from behind the arc. That one doesn't fall. Ibanez with the offensive rebound. Back out to Mubito. Mubito back out to Ibanez. Ibanez going to drive through back up to Perkins. Swings it over to Lou. Lou charges in through traffic. It'll be Ibanez who gets it after Lou was stuffed on the shot, who pulls the trigger from 3. Lou, no good. As Huigman recovers. Outlet pass for Yamaki. Yamaki with the finger roll. He'll get fouled, so no basket. But Yamaki will get fouled. Foul will go on Elijah Perkins. So the Matadors have to be careful with their fouls here. As they cannot afford a lot of them being short a bench. Yamaki going to miss his first free throw on the day. Yesterday in game 2, didn't register any free throws. The game before, not the best at the line. He was 4 for 9. And we'll get some subs. So the last one will sink for him. And we'll get subs here. So Yamaki will step out for Picardo. As Mubito going to lose this one, but it'll stay with the Matadors. As the pass got deflected off McCloskey. So ball will go back to Ibanez. Ibanez going to drive through the paint. Reverse hoop. That one is good for him. Matadors register another 2 points, and they desperately need that one there. Down by 8. with 11:40 left to go in the first half. McCloskey gets it over to Boydell. It'll be an offensive foul on Johnny Garnett, so the second team for the Bruins. Abania's going to bring this one through, back over to Mubito. Mubito swings the rock, back out to Abania as that one off the mark, as it hits off the rim. And Huigbin with the defensive rebound. Passes it over to Boydell, back to Huigbin, pulls it from behind the arc. Doesn't go. Boydell with the offensive board. Back over to Picardo. Picardo wide open. Huigbin thought about it as Mubito able to come down. And welcome to the Slam Fernando Valley as Huigbin slams one down for the Bruins. It's a 10-point gap now as the Bruins look to just dominate their way to another victory here as RJ Drew going to draw the foul. Grant Boydell will be the offender in that one, and Drew goes back to the line. Sunk his first two today. He got the first 2 points for the Matadors. That one will fall. So clock running here as Drew sinks the other one. So perfect 4 for 4 on the day. Don't want to give a broadcaster's jinx, though. We saw what happened against the UCSB game. As Picardo pulls it from 3, no good. The rebound by Drew, back out to Mubito. Mubito going to drive down, back out for Lou, pulls it from deep. That one doesn't fall. Huigbin gets the board as it rims off the iron. And Huigbin going to sky this one over to Boydell. Shootout here, no good. Picardo with the rebound, back out to Huigbin. Pulls it from deep, the 3, just a little short. Go out of bounds, ball will go to the Matadors. And we'll get a Matador timeout here. As it'll be a 30-second, I believe. So a 30-second timeout called. For the Matadors. And the Bruins are really just having their way with the Matadors right now. They've been able to almost score at will. We're back underway. As Perkins going to try and drive through. That one won't go. He'll get stopped. Picardo coming back down. Drops it back off. Beautiful passing play as Lamison going to get the layup and gets the 2. So sharing the wealth here. As the lead goes back to 10. Perkins thought about pulling it from deep. He will. Takes the 3. Cash money for him as it falls. Matadors up to double digits. Perkins was with his first points of the night. So 18-11, back over to Picardo as it goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Bruins. As it hit off Mubito. Boydell going to step out for Yamaki. And Donald Ryan, the 4th, will step in. Beautiful inbound play there as Huigbin gets the catch and shoot for another 2 points. And the Bruins back up to 20. Mubito still looking for his first points registered today. Back out to Lou. Gonna try and get the handles, trying to create some space for himself. Gonna drive through, steps back. Ibanez back out, guarded by Yamaki. Gets this one over to Drew. Ibanez trying to set the screen, but Drew calling for instruction. Mubito thought about pulling it, but mismatch there as Lou pulls it from deep. That one doesn't fall. Perkins almost with the rebound to go out of bounds, and it will go to the Matadors. So foul-wise, the Bruins have 3, and CSUN with 2 team fouls. As inbounded again, Drew will pull it from mid-range, but a little too short there as a beautiful bounce pass gets this one over to Lamison. Lamison, the spin move! Splash down for him. What a move there by Lamison, being able to create some space. And find a way to get through. Perkins back out to Mubito, who pulls it from 3. Mubito, no good. Comes back down to Picardo. Picardo going through traffic. So Perkins with the foul, no basket. Another team foul for the Matadors, their 3rd team foul. So Yamaki will recover this. Mubito playing the lob as Garnett was just unable to get a handle on this one, but Ryan will swing this one out to behind the arc for Picardo. Back over to the corner for Ryan, trying to get this one in. Back out to behind the arc. Ryan for 3. In and out of the cylinder as Ibanez gets the rebound. So 22-11. Gap is 11 here. As Perkins gets a pass into the paint, Ibanez unable to get the layup. Long stretch pass over to Ryan. Back out to the arc, swings it for Yamaki, who pulls it from deep. No good as it lifts out, but Ryan will get the midi. Another 2 points for the Bruins. They're at 24 already. So RJ Drew swings this one over, but an errant pass intercepted by Yamaki. Yamaki out to Huigben, who gets the finger roll for him. And what a pass from Yamaki as he was able just to bring it in. And fatigue going to play a huge effect here for the Matadors, as they're playing all minutes on no bench, as Garnett going to get the move. So UCLA will call the timeout. It's becoming a bloodbath. It's 28-11. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. So 5 minutes left here as the Matadors look to try and create some scoring, down by 17 in the first half. Nathan Liu gonna drive this down the floater. That one doesn't fall. Barely got glass, but Garnett goes coast to coast, swings it over to Lamison. Lamison out to the corner from Yamaki, who pulls it. Corner 3 falls for him. Up to 31, so a 20-point lead. Nathan Liu trying to make something happen behind the arc. Who will pull it for 3. That one splashes. Oh, it'll be a 2. So 2 points for him as he gets the steal. Nathan Liu gonna roll this one in. Another 2 for him. So the steal in the basket for him as Lamison gets the lob over to Garnett. What a lob there as Garnett able to finish the basket. Perkins pulling the handles, pulls it from deep. Off the back, Garnett with the rebound. Back over to Lamison, who pulls it from deep. Sorry, that was Boydell. Boydell pulled it from deep. Another 3 for him. It's now 36-15, so a 21-point lead. Mubito looking to make something happen. Nice handles there as he pulls the floater. That one will just go a little too hard. Nice outlet pass for Garnet as he will get another finger roll there. And another 2 points for the Bruins. Back over to Lou. Lou pulls it from behind the arc. That one will hit off the rim, go out of bounds, and it'll still stay with the Bruins. The Bruins inbound this ball as Yamaki, kind of the quarterback of the team. Boydell gets it over to Garnet. Garnet's so good in the paint, just being able to post up and get the easy layups. And that's how you're going to score a lot of points. Already at 14 in the half. It'll be a travel, so ball will go to the Bruins. 14-40 is the score. As Yamaki going to get this over to Boydell, able to keep this one inbounds. Back out to Yamaki. Yamaki driving through. Perkins, right place, right time. Using the body, Nathan Liu passes it over to Mubito, unable to grab a clean handle on this one. Bonias pulls it from 3, no good. Boydell comes back with it. After the rebound from Yamaki, Garnet gets this one poked away, able to recover it back out to Yamaki. As Yamaki going to drive through, and he'll get fouled. By RJ Drew, I believe. That's the 4th team foul on the Matadors. 90 seconds left to go. Yamaki goes back to the line for 2. He's 1 for 2 today. Make that 2 for 3, or 1 for 3, as the first one doesn't fall for him. The second one will, though. RJ Drew coming around with this one. Back out for Perkins. He'll get the finger roll in. As it's another 2 for him. And Liu with the pick off there. As Nathan Liu swings this one around for Drew. Drew thought about driving in. I think he just lost his footing. Back out to Perkins. 40 seconds left to go here in the first half of game number 1. Perkins pulls the trigger. The floater falls for him. 30 seconds left to go in the half as Yamaki gets this one over to Boydell. Boydell, that one almost got picked off by Mubito as he got a hand on this one. The lob up for Garnet, and the nice little move there. He gets up to 16 in the half, and what a half he has been. Johnny Garnet, take a bow as Abanez. The layup falls for him. Another 2 points there. As Johnny Garnet almost had a half-point shot. Half-court shot for the half. No good. It'll be a 3-minute halftime. We're going to take a quick step aside when we come back. More action here at the SRC. Welcome back to the SRC here at the campus of Cal State North. Let's take a look at the standings here. So UCLA at the top. They are 6-0 in conference play. And CSUN Black Team, they're 1-7 in conference play, almost at the bottom of the standings. All right, 8-0. But either way, we get set for the second half as Mubito going to receive the inbound from Ibanez. Will get picked off by Garnett. Garnett going to come through with the layup. Nice little Euro step there as he's taking a trip to Europe, up to 18 points already. Pay him the big bucks. UCLA up to 45 to 21 here. Perkins swings it over to Mubito. Quick catch and pass, catch and shoot for RJ Drew as the three falls for him. So first 3 points for the Matadors. And it'll be the first points of only the second 3 of the entire game for the Matadors. First 3 of the half. The field goal falls there. The 3 is good. As the Trojans comes down, Perkins with the 3-point attempt. That one doesn't fall. As we had a quick inbound, Yamaki coming through. Back out, Perkins going to hold this one. Back over as Ibanez holds it. That one falls for him, so another 2 points for the Doors. They're up to 26. Here comes Hugbin. Hugbin gets it over to McCloskey. McCloskey with the floater. Hugbin with the rebound. The putback, no good. Gets stuffed by Drew. Skies it over. That one won't fall. The 3 from Mubito. That one doesn't go either. As Hugbin pulls it from deep. That one no good. Mubito gets this one over to Perkins. 48 to 26, the score now, but Nathan Liu going to make it 48-28. So a 20-point game as Nathan Liu registers another 2-pointer. Cody Yamaki gets this one over to Boydell as Boydell tries to get the midi. The midi no good. Banyas with the rebound back over to Mubito. Mubito going to drive down with speed. The floater for him. Doesn't have the touch today as he's missed on all of his attempts. As Hugbin pulls it from deep. That one doesn't fall. It'll be RJ Drew who gets another foul. His second, the Matadors' first team of the second half. So their first team foul. Garnett will go sit on the bench as Donald Ryan the fourth will come back in. Grant Boydell with the finger roll on the 2. As the Bruins hit this half-century mark, Mubito with the drive. His first 2 points after a handful of attempts as he gets the Matadors up to a 20-point gap. Back over to Boydell, who pulls it from deep. Doesn't fall. Hugbin with the putback doesn't go. On Ryan. He will get that one. As it's a 52-30 point game. RJ Drew coming through. It'll go out of bounds. The ball will stay with the Matadors. A quick inbound here from Perkins as he'll get this one back to Mubito. Mubito pulls it from 3. That one falls for him. 5 points already in the second half for number 24. Yamaki holding this one. Makes a move. Nice spin move there. Gonna get fouled. Almost had the and one. It'll be Andrew Ibanez who gets the foul, and we'll get a reset here as Yamaki will go back to the line in the first half. Got his first one. So in the first half, he went 2 for 4 on free throws. 1 for 1 so far. In the second half, Garnett comes back in for Boydell. Garnett already at 18 points on the day. And Cody Yamaki sinks both. As Mubito driving in, trying to make something happen. And Garnett going to get this one over to McCloskey. McCloskey rolls this one in for 2. As he'll be back, Mubito pulls it from 3. That one falls for him. And a quick drive there from McCloskey, but he's going to get fouled in the paint. I mean, Nathan Liu who actually draws the foul. So third team foul. And McCloskey gets his first one. That one will drain. And his second one here will also drain. So we'll get subs as McCloskey will sub back out. As Luke Lamison will get the nod and be on the floor for the first time this half. Mubito going to drive through. Back down to Ibanez. Ibanez going to throw up a pass to himself, but that one doesn't fall. Donald, long stretch pass over for Huigben, but it's going to be tipped and go out of bounds, so ball will go to the Matadors. As Mubito quickly pressured by Huigben, but lays off. Mubito pulls it from 3. That one just barely off the mark. 8 points for number 24 today. Lamison over to Yamaki. Apologies. Garnett. Slide this one over to Ryan. Back out to Garnett in the paint. Call him a postman as he posts up for his 20th point of the night. Johnny Garnett is having himself a game as Elijah Perkins pulls this one from deep. That one just off the rim. Ibanez with the rebound. Doesn't fall. And Lamison going to drive down with speed, trying to go coast to coast. Doesn't go. Yamaki back out to Huigben. Huigben. Pass around the defender. Lamison pulls it. Floater. No good. Back out to Garnett. Back over to Huigben. Pulls it beyond the arc. The 3 will fall for him. As he's at 6 points this second half. Only 3-pointers for him. Nathan Liu thought about pulling it there. Pump fakes it over to Ibanez. Back out to Drew. Getting double teamed. Cutting through the paint. Gonna lose it. It'll be a UCLA timeout. A full timeout for them. So a full timeout for UCLA. So 63 to 36. The score here in game 1. We're almost halfway through the second half. UCLA pretty much in cruise control here. So they're up by 27. Perkins with the inbound. Gonna drive this one through. Back over to Ibanez. Ibanez gets this one out for Drew, who pulls the trigger from deep. That one hits off the back of the iron. Yamaki with the defensive rebound. Driving through, coast-to-coast effort. What a play! What a finger roll as he gets this one through. It'll be another timeout. So I guess CSUN called a full, and now UCLA called a full. I guess each team has had 2 timeouts used. So Yamaki with his 4th point of the half brings him up to 12 total. But Matadors will start off with the ball. The officials taking some half-court shots here. The SRC. Fun Sunday matinee. Almost had that one. That went no good, but he'll have one more chance here. Oh, he won't take the shot. He'll hold the ball and let Matadors inbound this one. So inbounded back again, no good on the basket. Huigbin gonna drive through, posts up at the paint, no good off the rebound. That one will fall for him. So another 2 points. As the Bruins up to 67, Nathan Liu floater, no good. As Huigbin gonna try and get the long stretch pass over to the corner for Yamaki, but that one won't go. So 67-36, a 31-point lead over the CSUN team as Perkins posts up to Ibanez, driving through the paint. The long 3 from Perkins, just short as it hits off the rim. No good. Huigbin gonna drive through. Back out to Yamaki. Garnett will get fouled. 4th team foul for the Matadors. It'll be a shooting foul as Perkins will draw another one. And Garnett goes to the line for 2. Missed his first 3-throw attempt today. And he'll miss his next one. So 0 for 2 on the day. We'll see if he can try to go 1 for 3. As that one will lip out. But an offensive rebound as Ryan going to try and get this one through. No good. Back out to Lamison. Lamison the floater. That one doesn't fall as RJ Drew going to get the offensive rebound. We'll get a foul on Lamison, his first. The first team foul of UCLA. So Lamison will draw one. Mubito going to inbound this one. Back out to Ibanez. Ibanez back over to Mubito, back out to Drew. As Drew gonna get the floater, that one doesn't fall. Rebounded by Lamison, back out to Boydell. Boydell through for Ryan as that one gets intercepted by Mubito. Mubito driving through with speed, has one to beat. Oh, almost a beautiful play, just unable to finish off the finger roll there as Lamison makes a nice spin move. The floater for him will fall. Bruins get up to 69 points, 8:40 left to go in regulation here in game number 1. Game number 2 immediately following this one on Matador Sports Network YouTube channel right here on the stream. We'll take just a quick little commercial break and we'll be right back at it for game number 2 after this one, as Perkins unable to get the pass from Mubito, or at least unable to finish the pass from Mubito as he got the pass right up to the paint, but Boydell going to hold this one in UCLA's own offensive end. Back over to Picardo, back in, over to Lamison, back out to Garnett, posting up, back over to Ryan, thought about pulling the trigger, drives in, going to get fouled. RJ Drew, his third, 5th team. And Ryan will shoot 2. His first one will sink. So Huigben checks in for Picardo. And Lamison will check out for Boydell, as Ryan will sink his other one. So 2 for 2 on the day, 4 free throws on for him. Perkins going to get this one over to Ibanez. As Ibanez back out to Perkins, thought about pulling it. The midi, that one off the back of the iron, and the Matadors just not having the touch right now. 7 minutes left to go in this game, and honestly, if you're the Matadors, kind of look forward to next game. Put this one in the rearview mirror and see how you can attack this UCLA defense and offense going into the next game, as Huigben pots another 2. As the Bruins are up to 72-36. Almost a 40-point lead as Mubito gets this one over to Drew. Thought about pulling this one. Through contact, he'll get fouled on Donald Ryan, the 2nd team for UCLA. And RJ Drew will go to the line for the first time today. Sorry, for the 3rd time today. 4 for 4 on free throws. As he nets his first one. Matadors up to 37 points. Their first points in about 5 minutes. As he pots his second one. 6 for 6 on the day, 4 free throws. So up to 9 points as McCloskey pulls it from deep. No good. It'll be a foul on Ryan again, the 3rd team foul. Ball will go to the Matadors. Perkins gonna bring this one through. Back out to Ibanez, pulls it beyond the arc. Off the rim, own offensive board for him. Ibanez drives through. And using the glass to his advantage, gets another 2, up to 8 points on the day for him. Matador still being held. They're at 40 now. As that one doesn't fall, Mubito getting the rebound. Back over to Lou. Lou pulls it from 3. That one doesn't fall. As Boydell gets the recovery, under 5 minutes left to go. Donald Ryan swings this one out to McCloskey from the corner. That one hits off the rim. Ryan with the rebound, back out to Boydell. Boydell will also miss on his free throw attempt, back out to Garnett. Get this one in to Huigben. Huigben posts up, misses that one. Garnett with the putback. And one will finally fall for him. (74-40). As Lou just unable to get that one to go. Ryan with the nice little move, unable to fall. But he'll keep this one inbound, back out to Ryan. Fakes the 3 from the corner. And he'll get the putback there. So no points for him, but Huigben will get it. I think it'll be an offensive foul. Actually, no, it will not be. So Huigben gets the 2. They're at 77. So a 37-point lead. As Ibanez gets this one out to Lou. Lou pulls it from 3. That one, using the help of the iron there, will fall. Matadors up to 43. Boydell back over to McCloskey. To Lamison, back out to McCloskey from the arc. That one doesn't fall. RJ Drew with the recovery out to Nathan Lou. Lou gonna try and charge in, being boxed out by McCloskey, trying to make something happen as he gets this one back to Drew, being double teamed. As he'll hold this one. Back over to Ibanez. Ibanez trying to drive this one through. Getting his own rebound, but will get blocked and get his pocket picked by Boydell. Back over to Picardo. Picardo. And get this one over to Ryan. Back out to Picardo. Back into the paint for Lamison. The nice little fadeaway. Basket will just fade away for him as he nets that one. So 79 points for the Bruins. 2 minutes left to go. Perkins pulls it from deep as that one just short. Long stretch pass up to Lamison. Perkins guarding him heavily. Back out to Ryan. Charging through the paint. Gets this one out to McCloskey. Shoots it behind the arc. That one doesn't fall. Picardo tosses this one out of bounds. And it'll be Ibanez who recovers this one. Minute 40 left to go. Mubito pulls it from range. The 2 falls for him. So 45 points for the Matadors. As McCloskey thought about it, going to drive through the paint, and he'll get another 2 there. 81 points for the Bruins. Mubito pulls the midi. No good there. McCloskey going to drive through. Back out to Ryan. Ryan with the pump fake up. No good. Lamison with the rebound. That one will fall for him. Lamison hitting the double-digit mark for the Bruins. 84-45 is the score with under 60 seconds left to go. Ibanez going to get this one over to Perkins. Perkins back out to Ibanez. Ibanez pulls it. That one falls for him. 25 left to go. But they're going to call the game at that with 17 left to go. So that'll do it for game number 1. Final score, 47-83 in favor of the Bruins. We're going to take a quick step aside. When we come back, more action here for game number 2. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the SRC game number 2. After a demoralizing game number 1 if you're CSUN, a great game for the Bruins. 83 to 47 was the final. Umaki with 11, Boydell with 7, McCloskey with 6, Jordan Hugben with 21, Johnny Garnett with 22, Luke Lamison with 10, and Donald Ryan with 6. For the Matadors, Nathan Liu with 11, RJ Drew with 9. Ibanez with 10, Mubito with 10, and Perkins with 7. As the trigger from Perkins doesn't fall, and Wiegman will recover this one. Back out to Garnett. Nice little play there as McCloskey will get the first 2 on the day. It'll go out. It'll stay with the Matadors. So only playing 15-minute halves in the second game after the 40-point blowout. And CSUN only has 5 players, so no one on the bench for them. So it could be better for the fatigue as RJ Drew gets stuffed by Jordan Wigben. Back out to McCloskey. McCloskey through contact. Tip up will be rebounded by Ibanez. Only has 2 to beat. Ibanez, the Euro step finger roll. Tied at 2. Nice play there. Through contact. Just a whole sequence. The block through contact. McCloskey pulls the trigger. No good. Garnett with the rebound. He'll finger roll this one in. As Garnett will recover. It'll be another 2 points for the Bruins. As Ethan Mubito. Back out to RJ Drew. Pulls it from deep. That one doesn't fall. Yamaki with the recovery. Back over. McCloskey pulls it from deep. Yamaki with the rebound will go out of bounds. Ball will go to the Matadors. So only 15-minute halves here as Perkins get this one in the paint. Back out to Drew. Holding it behind the bend. Picked off. Intercepted by Huigwing to bring it through. And another dunk for him. Don't allow him on the fast break. He'll slam it down. As the Bruins go up by 4. 12.5 left to go. In this one, Mubito up at the top of the key looking to make something happen. Pulls it from 3. That one doesn't go. RJ Drew will get the rebound, but it'll stay with the Matadors. I actually think that hit off RJ Drew and went out of bounds, but the Matadors will keep this one. Back out to Ibanez, pulls it from 3. That one will go. 5-8. Matadors down. As what a lob play there. Garnett going to get another 2. But now it's 8-5, so now it's a 3-point game. As Drew Ibanez going to come through, back out for Liu. As Nathan Liu sets the floater. McCloskey with the recovery. Yamaki and another lob pass. Wiegman to Garnett. That's a connection we've seen all day and a timeout called by the Matadors. As that connection has been so good, Huigman and Garnett. Huigman's a massive shooting threat. Combined 43 points last game, made up for half of that. They had 43 points combined last game. So they can play. And the official almost making another half-court shot there. He made one in the break of Game 1 and Game 2. Just to the outside of us, CSUN men's soccer just about to get underway here at the SRC. So some exciting action. I believe there's 6 home games combined throughout this entire weekend. Basketball, lacrosse, and soccer as Drew gets the 3. RJ Drew pulls it from deep as Matadors go up to 8. A nice little hoop shot there from Boydell as the Bruins go up to 12. 8-12. Perkins pulls it from 3. That one doesn't fall. Ibanez with the rebound. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go to the Bruins. This one over to Yamaki, calling for some adjustments. Back out. So I actually had a little bit of a chat with him earlier today as well, as Picardo gets this one at the corner, bringing it through. Gets stuffed by the rim. Rebounded, still loose. Picardo going to come away with this one. And the Bruins going to try and slow this one down. Garnett posting up, charging through with traffic. Hook shot for him. Don't let him get in the paint. He's scary as he's able to score at will from there. Now a 6-point lead. It's RJ Drew back out, and Nathan Liu going to get his pocket picked. Huigman over to McCloskey, trying to slam it down, but Huigman will recover this one as he hooks it through. Says to his teammate, hey, don't worry, I got you. And a Matador is down. And I think that got him in a not so fun place. Drew able to get up, needing a little breather though. Not fun to get hit below the belt. Mubito gonna bring this one across the timeline, trying to find something. Back over to Drew. Back over to Ibanez as Ibanez. Back out to Drew, who pulls it from the 3. That one doesn't go. Sweegman gonna drive down. Makes a nice little move, going to the basket, gonna lose it, but the ball will stay with the Bruins. So running clock here, 9 minutes left to go. The lob pass up for Huigman, getting double teamed through traffic. Able to put it through. As Mubito can drive this one back over to Liu, who pulls it from the bend. The 3 falls for Nathan Liu. As Matadors get to double digits. For the first time, it's 11-16, a 5-point game. As Garnett going to make it a 7-point game as he posts up. He has 10 already today. Sorry, it'll be a 9-point game. As Ibanez out to Perkins. Perkins from deep. That one! Nothing but net as the tray for him falls. 6-point game now. It'll be a timeout. A 30-second timeout for UCLA. As Jaden Grays almost sinks a half-court shot. He played yesterday. Had a couple of fairly solid games. Just 9 points in the combined 2 games. But went out in the second game with an injury. Looks to be a little bit better today and able to walk on that leg. So hopefully nothing too scary, and he'll return to action here fairly soon. As the 30-second timeout is up. And the ball will stay with the Bruins. So Yamaki getting this one out. A nice lob again. Garnet and Huigbin. That connection has been so solid. It's hard to break it. Nathan Liu with the handles. Getting this one over to Perkins. Perkins dribbling through traffic. Back over to Mubito. So foul. The first foul of the game goes to the Bruins. Ethan McCloskey, first team foul, first personal of the game. Inbounded to Mubito. It almost crosses the timeline, although it wouldn't have counted. Perkins pulls it from the corner. Bang! The tray splashes for Perkins, plus the and one. So as of now, it's 17-22, a 4-point game, and Perkins could make it a 4-point score to bring the score to 18-22. Perkins will drill the free throw. The Matadors have life once more. 18-22, a 4-point game. As Yamaki gets this out to Huigbin. Huigbin over to the corner for McCloskey. The corner three doesn't fall. Mubito with the rebound. Skies it over to Liu. Liu from beyond the arc. That one, nothing but net. Greens that one for Nathan Liu. A 1-point game now for the Matadors. Back over to McCloskey, over to Ryan. Ryan out to Yamaki, 6.5 left to go. Back over to McCloskey. McCloskey out to Ryan. Charging into the paint, back out for the three for McCloskey. That one splashes down for him. Turning into a little bit of a shootout here as of right now. 25-21. The score, the three from Perkins doesn't fall. Huigbin with the rebound comes away with this one. As he'll get this over to McCloskey, loses this one. Ball will stay with the Bruins as it hit off of Perkins. We'll get some subs here. Yamaki comes out for Boydell. But a 4-point game. As Ryan comes down, McCloskey back out to Huigbin, pulls it from three. So confident from the top of the arc. Looks like he can shoot it from anywhere. As Mubito gonna get this one over to Perkins on the right wing. Back down to Mubito trying to charge through. McCloskey gonna get another foul here. So the second team foul for UCLA. Nice back out to Liu, pulls it from three. Greens it. Nathan Liu, 9 points on the day so far. 24-28. It's a 4-point game once more. 5 minutes left to go. 2/3 gone is Picardo. We get this one down to Garnet. The bump and the basket for him, so he'll get the and one. This foul goes to Nathan Liu. Garnet will sink his and one. Up to 15 points on the first half. Mubito, pass intended for him, gets picked off by Ryan the fourth as Garnet coming down. Back out to Boydell. Boydell the floater, that one will fall, and this is where the Bruins will really run away with this game. They're up to 30 now. It's just the 2-pointers, the layups. Matadors so focused on shooting threes and getting their point totals up when really you got to drive to the paint and try to match the pace, the scoring pace of the Bruins, and the Matadors not doing a good job at that right now as Garnet going to drive this one down back out to Ryan. Ryan back up to Lamison. It'll be a travel No basket as it'll go the other way. (24-30), a 6-point game. Matadors trail. Sorry, I believe it's 33, actually. As Lou pulls it from 3, that one no good. Huigbin with the rebound. I believe it is 33. As Boydell pulls the trigger, Huigbin with the board and the bucket as he gets another 2. It's now 35-24 as Abanya is going to come through, gets the hook shot. That one doesn't fall for him. As Huigbin comes down with this one, back up in the paint, the mid-range for him doesn't fall. Mubito trying to tip this one out, doesn't tip it to the right guy as Garnet comes through in the post. And the layup from him just so solid, 17 points. Through the first half, he's at 37. As Perkins gets it out to Mubito, 2.5 left to go in the first half. Mubito get it from the line. That one doesn't fall. Back out to Garnet as he'll get the finger roll in. He's lighting up the score sheet here. As Perkins pulls this one from 3. And it'll be a foul on Luke Lamison. Third team foul for the Bruins. I believe Perkins will go to the line for 3. Drilled his first one earlier today, as he'll make his second one. So 25-37. And now 26-37. Chance to make it a 10-point game. Yamaki going to check back in for McCloskey, as Perkins will drain the last one. So perfect 4 for 4 on the day, as the Matadors trail by 10 with 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Yamaki going to drive through. Pass gets picked off. Mubito not able to get the rebound. Garnet with the putback there. And he's up. Up to 21 already as Lou pulls it from 3. No good. Able to regain this one as he goes to the basket. Reverse layup doesn't fall for him. Under 1 minute left to go. Garnet. Nice pass out for Ryan as avoids the block of Drew. Rebound comes out to Lou. Chuck this one all the way up to Mubito, up to Abanya as Abanya is going to come through. Gets the board there. And the basket. The backboard to his advantage. Matadors up to 29 as Garnet coming through traffic. It'll be Elijah Perkins who draws the foul, or takes the foul. Garnet who draws it. So second team. And Garnet will go to the line for 2. He'll miss the first one. He's already at 21. He had 22 last game. As time is waning down in the first half. And he'll miss the next one. 3 seconds left to go. Perkins coming down with speed. Lets up a shot. The 3 doesn't go way off the mark. And that'll do it for the first half, as the Bruins lead 41-29. We'll step aside for a quick second here. When we come back, second half action at the SRC. So the Matadors have a hole to climb out of. They trail the Bruins 41-29. 15 minutes on the game clock for the second half. Running the clock here in the second half. Matadors only have 5 on the squad. No bench today. So fatigue going to become a factor. And how do you manage the fatigue? It'll be Matadors who start off with the ball. As they'll get the inbound first after losing the tip. So 15 minutes on the game clock. As we are underway in the second half. Elijah Perkins going to bring this one through. Kind of at the top of the arc. Trying to get it to Mubito, unable to do so. Garnett getting this one out to Huigbin, back out to McCloskey, out to Huigbin. Huigbin through traffic. His 13th point of the game. Goes up to 43-29. Zabanya is going to try and get the layup. That one will not go, but it'll stay with the Bruins. It'll go to the Bruins. The inbound from Boydell. Back out to Huigbin. The deep three from Huigbin. Rims off the iron. Offensive board from McCloskey. Almost gets picked away by Perkins, but McCloskey pulls it from deep. That one, no good. But we'll get a whistle. And it'll be Matador's ball. Mubito gonna drive through. Pulls the trigger from the midi. And he'll take the 2. Matadors up to 31-43. They trail by 12. As the lob pass up for Garnett, back up to 14 is the deficit. Garnett up to 23 points on the game. 44 points combined this week, this day. It'll be a double dribble, so the Matadors will give up possession back over to the Bruins. Boydell coming through, gets blocked by Perkins. Mubito with the rebound, coming through with speed. Pulls the trigger from the 3. No good there. As Huigbin going to swing this over to Boydell. Boydell for 3. McCloskey with the rebound, stuffed by Mubito. And Mubito's going to get the foul. And Garnett's going to get the and 1. So Garnett will go to the free throw line for the and 1. He's at 25 points today, or this game, 46 combined today. 1 doesn't fall for Garnett. The ball will go to the Matadors. So 21 points last game. Yesterday, Garnett recorded 10 in game number 2 and 17. There's 27 points combined yesterday. So back over to Drew. Drew's going to pull the trigger from deep. Huigbin going to get the rebound as he brings this one through, being guarded by Ethan Mubito. Makes a move, swings this one over to McCloskey from the corner. The tray falls for McCloskey. Up to 48. Or up to 50, actually. So up to 50 as the 2 from Perkins will fall. Matadors up to 33. Elijah Perkins at 12 points. That one, no good. Perkins with the rebound. Gonna bring this one through. Perkins almost pulls up from 3. The deep 3 from Liu falls for him. Nothing but 3s for Nathan Liu. He's at 12 points on the day. 36-50, back out to McCloskey from the corner. And that one will fall for him. Ethan McCloskey gets his second 3 of the half. So 53-36. Matadors trail, but it'll be a foul on Huigbin. So UCLA's first team. 10:40 left to go and counting. So the clock is running. Perkins going to bring this one through. Back out, kind of loses it, still loose out. Bruins going to recover this one as Yamaki comes away with it. Back out to Boydell. Boydell over to Huigben's going to lose the handle on that one. Perkins going to try and take advantage of this one. He'll get the layup and falls for him. 14 points on the day for the Matador as they're at 38-53. So trying to claw their way out of the hole. 10 minutes left to go in the second half. Huigben back down to McCloskey as McCloskey unable to get this one to go. Back out to Huigben. Pulls it from three. That one rides the iron, but McCloskey going to get the tip in. Not sure how he got that one. You got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. And UCLA is both right now as they're getting everything to fall for them. Ibanez, the fadeaway mid-range, will go for him. Another 2 points for him. He's up to 9, looking to get to double digits. Matadors hit the 40-point mark, down by 15. Looking to be down by 18 as Yamaki pulls it, no good. Back out to Huigben from the top of the key. No good, Garnett. The putback falls for him. As go to 57. So 40-57, a 17-point deficit for the Matadors. Nathan Liu pulls it from deep. And what a three from Nathan Liu. As he gets it from deep, Yamaki pulls it from mid-range, no good. Mubito driving through with speed, trying to make something happen. It'll be Yamaki who gets the foul on Mubito, and everyone going to get subs here, at least UCLA. The only one staying on the floor is Garnett and Huigben. Lamison, Picardo, and Ryan checking in as Ibanez unable to get the finger roll to go. Long stretch pass up for Huigben, almost missed the dunk, but was able to get it. There's another 2 points for them. They're up to 59. Nathan Liu thought about pulling it from the corner as he'll get it off Picardo. Perkins gets this one over to Ibanez. 43-59 is the score. Make that 43-61 as Garnett slams one down. Man, what a score. What a day for him. Player of the game, player of the weekend for the Bruins, as he has been the quarterback of this team. He has been the battery that's been powering this team as Picardo gonna bring this one over. Back out to Picardo. Picardo trying to get the fadeaway and live long and prosper as Captain Picardo will pop a 2 in for the Bruins. Mubito with the handles, back out to Liu from 3. Almost automatic. Ibanez with the rebound. And it'll be a foul on Ibanez. So the second team foul for the Matadors this half. Huigben going to inbound this one. And Garnett just going to pull the trigger from deep. Gets this one over to Lamison. And it'll stay with the Bruins. 6.5 left to go, as the #1 team in the nation looks to improve to 8-0 in conference play. Back over to Garnett. Back out to Ryan. Ryan is going to tap this one over to Huigben. Skies it over to Picardo. Thought about the 3. Getting it over to Ryan. Ryan pulls the mid-range. Off the rim. The putback. A little too hard. Too soft and then too hard. Overcompensating on his shot power as Nathan Liu going to make a move. Pulls the trigger. Almost automatic there as he just misses. As Huigben Gets this one over to Ryan. Gets the finger roll in, and Ryan records his first points of the day. So 65, and another steal. Lamison will record his first as well. So 67 to 43, the score here as Ibanez. Foul going to go on Ryan, a shooting foul, third team, first personal. And Ibanez is going to go to the line for 2. Yeah, as the first one will sink for him. So 44 for the Matadors. As we are now 5 minutes left to play here in regulation, make that 45 for the Matadors. So Boydell coming through, back out to Picardo. Picardo over to Boydell, back out to Lamison, who will get another 2. Back up to 69 points. It's a 24-point lead for the Bruins as Mubito just misses the shot there. Trying to pick the pocket, able to get the recovery. Trying to spin out, gets this one over to Perkins. Wide open 3. Just misses as Lamison gets the rebound. Back out to Picardo. Over to Garnett, just lobs this one. Up to Lamison, who gets the floater. Floats it in for 71. 6 points for him in the second half. Pass will get picked off. Actually tipped by Picardo over to Boydell. Back out to Ryan. Thought about the 3. Pulls up from the line. And not a free throw, but free throw line distance as Donald Ryan the 4th. Pulls another one, and the Bruins on a run. It's a 73-45 game, a 30-point lead that just came out of nowhere for the Bruins. As Ibanez, nice little spin move there. He'll get another 2 on the day. So Matadors go up to 47. As Grant Boydell gets this one over to Picardo, back up to Garnett, pulls it for 3! No good, back out to RJ Drew through traffic. And he'll get fouled. Foul will be, I believe, on Ryan. And Drew, RJ Drew, will go to the line for 2 shots. Sinks the first one. Perfect in game 1. 2.5 left to go. And he stays perfect in game 2. Matadors perfect from the line in both games. So 49-73 the score. Matadors trying to make it a 20-point deficit as opposed to a 30-point as Boydell unable to get the floater. Ball loose on the floor, and Picardo going to recover this one. As Boydell pulls it for 3, he'll get the 3. Basket doesn't count. Ball will go to the Matadors. So back out to Ibanez. Ibanez looking to make a move. Spin move, fade away, no good. Rebounded by Picardo. 1:43 left to go in regulation. And the number 1 champions, the number 1 team in the nation, the national champions, as Lamison's going to hit another fadeaway. They go up to 75. Rubito pulls it from 3. Rides the iron, no good. The national champions, 3 straight national championship appearances. They're looking to make it 4 this year. And with the way they're playing right now, would not be surprised if Picardo increases the lead up to 77-49. Perkins pulls it from deep as they hit the half-century mark. Perkins with another 3 today. As Boydell over to Picardo, back up to Lamison from 3. Splash down in Houston, or I guess call JPL. Pasadena fairly close to Northridge as we have a touchdown splashdown. Lamison with the three. The three from Drew does not fall. 80-52 the score as Garnett gonna get another slam as he'll record another 2. It'll be 82-52, 20 seconds left to go. Nathan Liu trying to pull something from the corner, but we'll get it over to RJ Drew, who pulls it for 3. That one will ride the iron. And that's going to do it here. 82-52, the final. UCLA victorious by a 30-point margin. Lucas Picardo with 4. Cody Yamaki recording 0 in the first half. Same with Donald Ryan and the 4th and Luke Lamison. So Yamaki records 0 points throughout the game. Boydell with 4. McCloskey with 12 throughout the game. Hugbon with 15. A whopping 31 points for Johnny Garnett, the player of the game. 11 points for Lamison in the second half, all coming in the second half. Same with Donald Ryan. He will get 4. All come from the second half for the Matadors. Nathan Liu only scoring 3-pointers, had 15 on the day, 5 3-pointers for RJ Drew. He was perfect from the free throw line. Matadors were absolutely perfect from the free throw line today, 100%. From the line, RJ Drew goes to 5. 17 points for Elijah Perkins today. 2 points for Ethan Mubito on this game. 13 points for Drew Abanez. So the combined totals for the Matadors, Nathan Liu with 26. RJ Drew with 14. Elijah Perkins with 24, Ethan Mubito with 12, and Drew Abanez with 23. For the Bruins, Picardo, 15, Grant Boydell with 12. Lucas Picardo had 4. Cody Yamaki had 11 on the day. Ethan McCloskey recording 18 on the day. We've had 15 in game 1 and 21 in game 2. So 36 points for him. For Garnett, he had 31 and 22. So that's 53 points on the day for him. Lamison had 11 and 10. So 21 for him and 10 points for Donald Ryan, 6 and 4. So from the entire MSN crew, I want to say so long. I want to remind you that all games airing on the Matador Sports Network are streamed live and may not be reused without the express written consent of the Matador Sports Network. Final score here in this one, UCLA wins both games, winning game number 2, 80. Well, let me get the score, 82-52. A 30-point margin from Jonas Tani, Camille Prado, and Nadia Cole Gutierrez. This has been a production of the MSN crew. We'll see you all next week.